At the wedding hall, the sound of gunshots suddenly rang out. The wedding ceremony was instantly stained with blood. A young man named Yoon-jung walked towards the bride, Yoon-yu. He wouldn't allow anyone to stop him from being with Yoon-yu. She was his little sister and also his woman. Regardless of what people said, he wanted to be with Yoon-yu forever and ever, never to be separated. Yoon-yu blamed Yoon-jung for pushing her to someone else. Seeing that he was determined to take her away, Yoon-yu pointed a gun at Yoon-jung and pulled the trigger. The story began 2 months earlier. Yoon-jung was the young master of the Crimson Flame gang. He had his men interrogate someone from Bae Wong's gang to find an important item. Seeing that he was keeping his mouth shut, Yoon-jung coldly sent him to his maker. With the other guy, Yoon-jung gave him a chance to talk until he finished polishing his shoes. Even though he spilled everything, Yoon-jung still had his men finish off the remaining guy. Yoon-jung was usually this cold, but when he heard his little sister was in trouble, he was incredibly panicked. Yoon-yu was sitting in the snowy night. She blamed him because of another woman no longer eating roasted chestnuts with her during the first snow of every season. Yoon-yu asserted that she had grown up. Yoon-jung scolded Yoon-yu for not knowing her place, not even bothering to call him big brother. Yoon-yu then danced a dance to congratulate him on having a new wife. In the white snow, Yoon-yu remembered old memories. Yoon-jung had taught her to write and sing since she was little. But to her, he was the most important man. Yoon-jung suddenly pulled Yoon-yu down. She reminded him he had once promised her mother that he would be with her forever. But before finding the culprit who harmed her mother, he no longer needed Yoon-yu. Yoon-jung called his subordinate, Wei-jeon, to take the young lady back to her room. Yoon-yu secretly knocked Wei-jeon out. This was Yoon-jung's fiancée, Ji-wei. Seeing Yoon-jung, she blamed him for being late. Outside the shop, Yoon-yu quietly approached. Seeing him happy with someone else, she wished she wasn't Yoon-yu. Yoon-jung looked outside, but Yoon-yu had already quietly left. Wei-jeon reported that the young lady had run away from home. Because Yoon-jung had concealed Yoon-yu's identity early on, neither his enemies nor his fiancée knew of her existence. Yoon-jung held a birthday party for his fiancée. He even prepared a diamond ring placed on top of the cake. Everyone thought that Yoon-jung's engagement would create a strong alliance between the Crimson Flame gang and the Shun family. When Ji-wei wanted to put on the ring, Yoon-jung criticized it for being too small and threw it away. Yoon-yu picked up the ring, took another man's hand, and walked up to Yoon-jung. He remembered 4 years ago, Yoon-yu had once asked him to go see fireflies. She counted down to the moment she turned 18. Yoon-yu had waited for this moment for a long time. She confessed, "I like you, Yoon-jung." Seeing his confusion, Yoon-yu proactively kissed Yoon-jung. She was willing to wait for his answer. But now, she was hand in hand with someone else. He was the younger brother of Miss Shun, named Shija. Yoon-yu approached him under the name Mo Lee. Yoon-yu was changing clothes when Yoon-jung sneaked in. She gently put on her clothes and approached him. Yoon-jung scolded Yoon-yu for being childish, throwing a tantrum and going to Shija. Yoon-yu said that she had always been waiting for Yoon-jung's answer. He affirmed that Yoon-yu would always be his little sister. Yoon-yu decided to change her identity to marry another man, just like how he was marrying Ji-wei. Blaming himself for spoiling Yoon-yu, Yoon-jung ordered Wei-jeon to take her back to the gang and guard her strictly. Yoon-yu quickly ran away, just in time to meet Shija. She boasted that the Fu family's master peeked at her changing. Shija warned Yoon-jung not to touch his woman. Shija remembered that he had accidentally bumped into Mo Lee on the street. From the first glance, he couldn't take his eyes off her. Using the excuse that Mo Lee had saved his life, Shija wouldn't allow anyone to bully her. Ji-wei came to Yoon-jung's side, hearing her question about Mo Lee. Yoon-jung said he didn't know her. Shija apologized to Mo Lee for bringing her to this party. Mo Lee didn't blame Shija because she considered him a friend. Just then, Master Shun, named Wanda, arrived. Yoon-yu stared at him, stunned. It turned out that she had witnessed Master Shun killing her mother. Master Shun thanked Yoon-jung for gifting him a fine bottle of wine. On the occasion of his daughter's birthday, Master Shun had prepared a spectacular fireworks display. Yoon-yu grabbed a knife and quietly approached her enemy. Yoon-jung quickly pulled her back. Seeing that he wouldn't let go, Yoon-yu hugged Yoon-jung tightly to bite him. From afar, Ji-wei saw Yoon-jung hugging another girl. She secretly ordered her subordinates to deal with them. Sensing danger, Yoon-jung quickly pushed Yoon-yu away. Shija ran over and carried Mo Lee away to treat her wound. While Shija was looking for a doctor, Yoon-jung sneaked in to visit his little sister. Yoon-yu blamed Yoon-jung for always hiding her. She angrily dragged him to her mother's grave. Yunyu asked Yunzheng if he remembered that he had promised to avenge their mother together. Whether he had found the enemy, but hid it from her because he had his own difficulties or because he had fallen in love with Ji Wei. After hearing Yunzheng say he had his own plan, Yunyu felt like a fool. She insisted that she would use her own way to skin Wanda alive and tear out his bones with her own hands. Seeing how stubborn Yunyu was, Yunzheng had no choice but to carry her back. He spanked Yunyu's bottom, the first time because she suddenly disappeared, the second time for disrespecting her brother, and the third time because Yunyu overestimated herself. To make sure Yunyu couldn't run away, Yunzheng locked her hand to his, and then threw away the key without hesitation. He wanted to see how Yunyu could escape from his grasp. Yunyu took the opportunity and pulled him closer to her. Yunzheng's timing to look for the Fu family wasn't good. Wei Zhan reported that the plan was almost perfect and the Fu family could close the net. Yunzheng didn't think it was certain enough, so he ordered Wei Zhan to continue sending gifts to the Shun family. Unable to open the lock, Yunyu asked Yunzheng to take her to bed. Seeing her take off her clothes, Yunzheng quickly turned away. Yunyu was intentionally trying to seduce Yunzheng. She guessed that he forbade her from being near other men and locked her up to gradually take possession of her. Yunzheng put the coat on Yunyu. He immediately pressed against her body, constantly counterattacking, so that Yunyu gave up her habit of provoking him on the bed. The chain was the link between them. Yunyu remembered when she was little, she often had nightmares that made her cry. Yunzheng would stay up all night to lull her to sleep. After that, the Crimson Flame gang gradually gained a foothold in the city. Yunzheng became increasingly busy, and only now had the chance to sleep with her. Yunyu hoped Yunzheng would lull her to sleep again. Seeing her suddenly become silent, Yunzheng quickly woke Yunyu up. Thinking the lock had hurt Yunyu, Yunzheng quickly removed it. Unexpectedly, Yunyu immediately locked him up. In the street, Shizha encountered Mo Li being kicked out of the shop. The owner blamed her for coming to work as a helper, but then bringing a gang of hooligans to cause trouble for the store. Thinking he had implicated Mo Li, Shizha took her back to the Shun family. Mo Li was afraid of causing trouble for Shizha. He told her that he was willing to let her implicate him. Mo Li expressed her intention to greet Master Shun, but Shizha stopped her. In the evening, Yunyu sneaked in to assassinate her enemy. Just then, he was discussing the weapon shipment with two guests. Yunyu saw the other guest holding her mother's jade pendant. Accidentally making a noise, she quickly took off her clothes to transform into Mo Li. Hearing the butler boast that Shizha had just brought a girl back, Master Shun brought people to take a look. Seeing Mo Li taking a bath, he chased his subordinates away and tiptoed in. Yunyu quickly put on her clothes, knowing Master Shun was planning to do something bad. Yunyu grabbed the gun. Just then, a subordinate reported that they had seen the intruder. After he went outside, Yunzheng came to confront Yunyu. He scolded her for daring to offer herself up like a lamb to the slaughter. But with Yunyu's little scheme, how could she defeat Wanda? Yunyu confronted him, claiming that Yunzheng was the guest holding the jade pendant, colluding with the enemy to smuggle weapons. When giving the jade pendant, their mother had told him not to engage in smuggling. Since Yunzheng hadn't kept his promise, from now on, she and he would sever all ties. Lying in bed, Yunyu remembered when she was young, she was kidnapped by human traffickers. Yunzheng risked his life to save her, using his own body to protect Yunyu. Outside the window, Yunzheng retrieved the jade pendant. He remembered his mother giving him the jade pendant. She hoped that Yunzheng would always protect Yunyu. Meanwhile, Wanda ordered the butler to investigate Mo Li. He likened her to a juicy, tempting orange. But before eating it, one must make sure it's not poisonous. The next day, Yunzheng accidentally met Yunyu, but she walked past him without a word. Catching Yunzheng's gaze at Mo Li, Ji Wei decided to settle the score with this girl. Wei Zhan reported that he had finished handling Yunyu's identity. Yunzheng ordered Wei Zhan to secretly protect Yunyu. Meeting Mo Li, Ji Wei expressed her desire to take her for a walk around the Shun family. Ji Wei questioned Mo Li, saying that she had just met and already seduced Shizha and was also trying to seduce Yunzheng. She mocked Mo Li for wanting to climb high and become a phoenix, and ordered her maids to seize Mo Li. Ji Wei declared that all women who approached Yunzheng must die. Mo Li struggled fiercely, knowing she couldn't resist Ji Wei and the Shun family. Yunyu let them push her into the water. Waiting for them to leave, Yunyu tried to swim up, but seaweed held her legs. Between life and death, Yunjung swam to save his little sister. He quickly took Yunyu back to her room, just as Shija came looking for Emoli. While Shija questioned his sister, Yunyu saw water flowing from the crack of the cabinet. Yunjung, in the confined space, was immediately haunted by the past of being imprisoned. Emoli blamed herself for making Miss Shun hate her, and she ran outside, luring Shija and his sister to chase after her. To cover for Yunjung, Shija was determined not to let Emoli leave the Shun family. He warned his sister not to bully Emoli. Yunyu thanked Shija for treating her well. Seeing her smiling and talking with another man, Yunjung could only swallow his jealousy. Yunyu went out to the street to buy things and discovered she was being followed. She quickly took the initiative to strike, but was knocked unconscious by the Shun family's butler. Yunyu woke up to find herself tied to a bed. It turned out that Wenda had captured her as a gift for his partner. Yunyu struggled fiercely, kicking him away. Yunjung appeared in time, drawing his gun and shooting straight at the lecherous man. Embracing Yunyu, Yunjung was determined not to let anyone who bullied his sister survive. He pulled Yunyu along as he fought the enemy. Seeing Yunjung injured, Yunyu drew her gun and fought alongside him. The two siblings finished off the villain, but Yunjung was also seriously injured. Taking Yunjung home, Yunyu fearfully helped him stop the bleeding. Yunjung apologized for not protecting Yunyu well. She begged him to survive. If not, she couldn't live either. Yunjung promised to wake up because he didn't want to see Yunyu cry. While waiting for the doctor to examine Yunjung, Yunyu questioned Wei Zhan about the Fu family's plan. Wei Zhan recounted that Yunjung had recognized their mother's killer 3 years ago. He originally planned to approach Ji Wei to find an opportunity to assassinate Master Shun. Unexpectedly, behind him was a larger vortex involving smuggling and selling out the country. The Fu family had to play along with Wenda, but didn't want Yunyu to get caught up in this dangerous storm. The doctor said the bullet lodged in Yunjing's body was quite deep. Although the bullet had been removed, whether he lived or died depended on Yunjing's will. Taking care of Yunjung, Yunyu saw the jade pendant that he had carefully mended. She promised that as long as he woke up, she wouldn't be impulsive, but would obediently be his little sister. Meanwhile, the butler reported that Yunjung, in order to save Emoli, had attacked Wang Hai's men. He believed that Master Shun keeping Yunjung around would be a great threat. Early in the morning, Yunjung woke up and saw Yunyu beside him. Yunyu happily hugged Yunjung, and she took off his clothes to help him clean his wounds. Seeing Yunjing's back full of scars, Yunyu felt immense pain for him. She remembered the longest scar was left by the kidnapper. He endured inhumane torture to save her. This scar was from her birthday, when she stood in front of the cake shop for a long time, causing the passing children to laugh at her. He got into a fight because of a little bit of anger toward her. The remaining scars, even the new wound, were all because of her. Yunyu gently blew on Yunjing's wounds, blaming herself for being his burden. Yunjung affirmed that Yunyu would always be his only family. However, in Yunjing's heart, Yunyu had long since become the person he loved more than his own life. Wei Zhan reported that the Shun family had come to surround the Crimson Flame gang. Meeting with the Fu family, the Shun family's butler questioned Yunjing's attack on Wang Hai, cutting off the Shun family's business dealings. Wei Zhan drew his gun, pointing it directly at the butler's head. With both sides evenly matched, Master Shun demanded an explanation from Yunjung. Yunjung showed him a list of the money Wang Hai had embezzled from the Shun family's profits. As for the matter of Emoli, he had helped young Master Shun, saving his beloved from being taken to bed by another man. Realizing he couldn't argue with Yunjung, Wenda had no choice but to withdraw his troops. As soon as Wenda returned home, he was confronted by his son. Shija was angry at his father for selling out his son's happiness for profit. His father always spoke well of him, but in reality, it was only to satisfy himself. At the Fu residence, Yunjung revealed that the Shun family had a secret ledger, recording all the smuggling connections hidden throughout Long City. For the past few years, he had approached Ji Wei and searched everywhere in the Shun family, but couldn't find it. Yunyu wanted to join forces with him to find evidence to overthrow Wenda. Yunjung wouldn't agree to let Yunyu risk danger, unless she was ruthless enough to attack him. Wei Zhan reported to the Fu family that everything had been arranged smoothly. Just then, Yunyu brought wine to apologize to her brother. Seeing Yunjung hesitate to drink the wine, Yunyu knew she couldn't poison him. As she drew her knife, Yunjung saw through her plan. Yunjung gave her a chance to attack a passerby, catching Shija searching for Mo Li all over the street. Yunjung ordered Yunyu to shoot him, because when Yunyu embarked on the path of revenge, she had to be ruthless enough to take another person's life. Remembering Shija's kindness, Yunyu couldn't bear to do it. Yunjung didn't hope for Yunyu to fall into hell with him, but Yunyu wouldn't give up easily. Returning home, Yunjung discovered an intruder. It turned out that Yunyu, drunk, came to him wearing a nightgown, blaming Yunjung for always pushing her away. Yunyu was afraid that Yunjung would abandon her because she was too useless. Yunjung affirmed that he would rather abandon himself than abandon Yunyu. She hugged him tightly. Seeing Yunyu was injured, Yunjung quickly carried her to bed. Seeing him gently rubbing medicine on her, Yunyu moved closer to Yunjung. He recalled that he was originally a child abandoned by his mother. She even sold him for a pound of opium. In the bone-chilling snow, Yunyu's small face appeared. At first, Yunyu's mother didn't dare to take him in because she couldn't even take care of herself. Yunyu pulled the little brother to her secret base. Yunyu promised to share half of her food with little brother from then on. One day, Yunyu and her mother were being bullied on the street. Yunjung grabbed a stick and came to protect Yunyu. The brave boy managed to steal the robber's knife to shield his little sister. From then on, Yunyu's mother adopted him as her son. Yunyu named him Yunjung. Seeing his mother was seriously ill, Yunjung secretly transported contraband to earn money to buy medicine for her. Slapping her son's hand, she wanted Yunjung to promise that even if he died, he wouldn't touch things that harmed people. Looking at Yunjung's gaze towards Yunyu, his mother wanted him to promise to always love Yunyu like a real sister. Yunyu secretly drew a gun, pointing it directly at Yunjung. She announced that she would use Shija to get into the Shun family. The two siblings would work together, inside and out, to steal the ledger. If Yunjung didn't agree, she would act alone. Yunjung had to agree, on the condition that Yunyu wouldn't act on her own and wouldn't develop real feelings for Shija. Emily played out a farewell scene with Shija at the train station. She blamed herself for being like a drifting duckweed, unworthy of Shija's status as a young master. Holding Mo Li's hand, Shija promised that he wouldn't let anyone in the Shun family bully Mo Li. Returning to the Shun family, Shija gifted Mo Li a pair of earrings. He gently helped her put on the earrings and saw the drawing on Mo Li's body. She asked Shija to draw the pistil of the flower for her. Hearing Mo Li ask about his feelings for her, Shija affirmed that whatever Mo Li wanted, he could give it to her. Yunjung was jealous, watching Yunyu play the femme fatale with Shija. When Yunyu went outside, Yunjung secretly pulled her aside. Yunyu boasted that Master Shen often went to the ancestral hall alone. Instead of being placed inside the house, this ancestral hall was located behind the mountain. Seeing Yunjung scowl, Yunyu asked if he was jealous. Yunjung reminded her to maintain proper boundaries with Shija and not to let herself get in too deep to get out. Just then, Jiwei came in. She blamed Yunjung for saving Mo Li without thinking about her feelings. Yunjung explained that he saved Mo Li for the sake of his brother-in-law. Yunyu hid in the closet, watching him being affectionate with another woman. Seeing Master Shun go to the ancestral hall, Yunjung secretly followed. Unexpectedly, he had set a trap right at the entrance of the ancestral hall, and Yunjung was hit by an arrow. Yunyu arrived in a car, just in time, saving him from danger. Arriving at an abandoned house, Yunyu scolded Yunjung for acting on his own. Yunjung had investigated and found that the times Wanda went to the ancestral hall coincided with the Shun family's trading times. He believed the ledger was definitely in the ancestral hall. Hearing voices, Yunjung quickly pulled Yunyu to hide. She bit him hard to punish him for acting on his own. Back at the Shun family, Shija took Mo Li to the place where they first met. Drawing a portrait for Mo Li, Shija thanked her for pulling him out of his meaningless life. Mo Li, you are my light. I want to go to the ends of the earth with you. You can see the beauty of the world, and I want to spend my whole life drawing you. After we get married, I will take you to the ancestral hall to pay respects to my grandfather. The Shun family has a rule that you can only go to the ancestral hall to pay respects on important occasions like marriage. Yunyu had to agree to get a chance to find the ledger. Shija had booked the entire restaurant to meet with his sister and brother-in-law. He announced that he had successfully proposed to Mo Li. She raised her glass, asking the family to officiate her wedding with Shija. Seeing Yunjung drink, Jiwei noticed his hand was injured. Yunjung claimed he was bitten by a kitten at home. Mo Li advised the family to be gentle when raising a cat. Don't try to raise another one, making it unhappy and run far away and never come back. Yunjung declared that his kitten shouldn't even dream of escaping from his grasp. While Shizhe was ordering steak for Mo Li, Yunjung also agreed to cut meat for Jiwei. The two brothers tried their best to be affectionate with the people next to them to provoke each other. Yunyu gave up and excused herself to go to the restroom. Waiting for her outside the door, Yunjung ordered Yunyu to immediately break up with Shizhe. Yunyu wanted Yunjung to clarify whether he was ordering her as a brother or as a man. Yunyu agreed to go for a walk and even put her arm around Shizhe affectionately. Jiwei came to the Fu residence to find Yunjung. He made the excuse of being busy and told Wei Zhan to take her home. Jiwei secretly took the piece of paper that Yunjung had just drawn on. Back at the Shin residence, Jiwei rubbed pencil lead on the paper. She discovered that Yunjung had drawn a Mo Li flower. Meanwhile, Yunyu went for a walk with Shizhe, seeing a pinwheel. Yunyu remembered memories with Yunjung. Taking Mo Li home, Jiwei invited her in for coffee. Jiwei apologized to Mo Li for the things in the past. Seeing Mo Li hesitate to drink the coffee, Jiwei knew Mo Li suspected there was poison in the coffee. Jiwei revealed that the coffee cup contained the antidote, while the poison was actually in the incense burner. Mo Li tried to resist, but she had no strength, and she gradually fell asleep. Master Shun came back to his room drunk and saw the gift his daughter had given him. Yunyu had wake up, but she couldn't move. Hearing Yunyu, claimed herself as the women of Shizhe, when he believed his son wouldn't dare to disobey his father. It was still Yunjung who appeared at the right time when Yunyu needed him most. Carrying Yunyu back to her room, Yunjung wouldn't allow her to sacrifice herself for revenge. Yunyu wanted Yunjung to stay to help her dispel the nightmare. Yunjung promised to always be by Yunyu's side. In her dream, Yunyu swore she would not love another person. In return, Yunjung must not be moved by anyone but her. Early in the morning, the butler brought tea to Master Shun. Unexpectedly, he found Ji Wei lying on her father's bed. Wenda insisted that he was drunk, but not so foolish as to ruin his own daughter's life. He guessed someone was secretly plotting this scene. The butler suggested that the hidden person was setting up a scheme to save Mo Li. If they put Mo Li in danger, he would definitely appear. Shizhe took Mo Li to buy clothes. In the dressing room, she was suddenly knocked unconscious. Yunyu woke up to find herself locked in an ice cellar. She tried to find a way out, but the door was locked. In the bone-chilling cold, Yunyu saw the silhouette of the person she loved. Yunjung had fallen into the trap and was locked in the ice cellar with Yunyu. He quickly took his coat to cover Yunyu and then hugged her tightly. Meanwhile, the butler reported that the person who saved Mo Li was Yunjung, but if locked up for half an hour in ice house, even a beast like Yunjung will surrender. In the ice house, Yunjung hugged Yunyu tightly, not letting go. When Yunyu waked up, he had become delirious. She quickly put the coat on him to warm Yunjung up. Yunjung dreamed of a nightmare from his childhood when he was locked in the basement by his mother. It was Yunyu who opened the door, saving him from the dark hell. Seeing Yunjung wake up, Yunyu quickly hugged him. Outside, Master Shun led people to ambush Yunjung. Unexpectedly, the person carrying Mo Li was Shizhe. Returning to his room, Shizhe apologized for not protecting Mo Li well. She revealed that his father had repeatedly tried to humiliate her. Shizhe promised to give Mo Li a proper answer. It turned out that Wei Zhan had lured Shizhe to the ice cellar to save Mo Li. Going to find his father, Shizhe questioned why his father would harm the woman he loved most. Master Shun declared that he would not allow Mo Li to enter the Shun family. Shizhe went outside and announced that he would hold a wedding ceremony with Mo Li next month. From now on, Mo Li would be the young mistress of the Shin family. Bringing soup for Mo Li, Shizhe apologized for deciding on the wedding date by himself. Mo Li didn't want Shizhe to argue with his family because of her. Shizhe affirmed that he was willing to do anything for Mo Li. He revealed that his father was busy dealing with a shipment that had been robbed in the outskirts, so he was temporarily not in the mansion. Going to find Wei Zhan, Yunyu guessed that the Shun family shipment had been robbed by Yunjung. Wei Zhan revealed that the family wanted to lure him out of the mansion so that the young lady could rest easy. Meeting Yunjung, Yunyu revealed that Shizhe had proposed holding the wedding ceremony next month. Yunjung disagreed, and he ordered Yunyu to immediately cut off ties with Shizhe. Yunjung would find another way to get the ledger. He believed their mother wouldn't want Yunyu to sacrifice her happiness for revenge. Yunyu asked, "Do you want to see me marry another man?" Seeing Yunjung hesitate, Yunyu invited him to go to the night market. "Tonight, I'm just Yunyu, and you're just Yunjung. Let's put revenge aside for now." Every winter solstice, Yunjung would go to the night market with his little sister. The two siblings would eat candied hawthorns together. Amidst the brilliant fireworks, Yunyu leaned into Yunjung, the overflowing emotions bringing them closer together. The sound of the fireworks startled them, causing them to miss the crucial moment. Yunyu wished that only she and Yunjung were left in the world, without needing to avoid other people's gazes and could freely embrace each other. Yunyu invited Yunjung to dance a dance that belonged only to them. The overflowing emotions were once again interrupted by a little girl selling flower lanterns. Releasing the lanterns together, Yunjung wished for Yunyu to always be safe and happy. With a wish kept to himself, Yunjung hoped to be with Yunyu forever and ever. Returning home, Yunyu drew the moment of happiness with Yunjung. Meanwhile, he was lost in thought, gazing at Yunyu's half-eaten candied hawthorn. Just then, Ji Wei came to find Yunjung. It turned out that she had someone follow Yunjung. Ji Wei had investigated and found out that Mo Li was Yunjung's sister, named Yunyu. She guessed her father would want to know if they were close siblings or lovers. Ji Wei threatened to post pictures of Yunjung and Yunyu's close relationship all over Long City. What she wanted was Yunjung. Yunyu brought her drawing to give to him, just as Ji Wei was being affectionate with Yunjung. Before going to bed, Yunjung gave Ji Wei a photograph of her sleeping in bed with Yunjung's father. He announced that if Yunyu encountered any danger in the Shun family, he would post the picture in all the newspapers. Knowing that Emoli liked to paint, Shija went out of his way to buy her a box of imported paints. Emoli was touched that Shija waited all evening at the pier just to buy something she liked. Shija promised to always give the best to the person he loved. Arranging to meet Shija in the flower garden, Emoli gave him a lantern painted with the paints he bought. Emoli confessed that she couldn't give her heart to Shija. Not caring what Emoli's purpose was in approaching him, Shija still vowed to love her and marry her. Yunjung was stunned to see Yunyu in Shija's arms. Following Yunyu back to her room, Yunjung forbade her from marrying Shija. Yunyu insisted that she would not only marry Shija, but would also sleep in the same bed with him. Yunjung drowned his sorrows in alcohol, going to the place where he and Yunyu used to date. Wei Zhan quickly went to find Yunyu to comfort the family. Yunjung returned home and felt restless and uncomfortable. It turned out that Ji Wei had put a stimulant in the incense burner. Even though she took off all her clothes, Yunjung didn't even look at her and immediately kicked Ji Wei out. Just then, Yunyu came to find him, worried. Seeing Yunyu, Yunjung couldn't control his desire. She saw the nightgown on the floor, thought he was mistaking her for Ji Wei, and quickly pushed him away. Hugging Yunyu tightly, Yunjung didn't want to wake up from this dream. He wanted her to be his forever. Helping him untie his tie, Yunyu was pinned down by Yunjung. Even though she thought he was mistaking her for Ji Wei, Yunyu was willing to drown in Yunjung's intoxication. Only then could she have him, even just once. They passionately shared the sweetest moments with each other. Yunyu woke up and immediately left, but Yunjung had been awake for a long time. Yunyu thought she was a substitute for Ji Wei, while Yunjung went to his mother's grave to atone for breaking his promise to his mother to always be Yunyu's brother. Shija took Emoli to choose wedding rings. Just as she fancied a diamond ring, Ji Wei brazenly snatched it away. For Emoli's sake, Shija accepted a high price to get the ring back from his sister. Ji Wei revealed that her wedding would take place on the same day as her brother's. It turned out that it was Yunjung who had set the wedding date with Ji Wei. Hearing him propose marriage first, Yunyu called Yunjung brother-in-law. She yielded the wedding ring to her sister-in-law to make her sister's wedding more prominent. Shija took Yunyu to try on wedding dresses, but the first person to see her in the wedding dress was Yunjung. It turned out that he had also come to try on his groom's attire. Yunyu congratulated him on becoming someone else's husband. Yunjung asked if Yunyu really wished him well. Hearing her call him brother-in-law, Yunjung also wished his sister-in-law many children and grandchildren. Yunyu asked permission to go find her fiancé. Yunjung was furious, wanting to shut her up. Meanwhile, Ji Wei saw her brother in the same dressing room as her, and quickly went to the next room to find Yunjung. However, only Mo Li was left in the next room. Chasing Shija Wei first, Ji Wei knew that Yunjung had quickly jumped out the window. Ji Wei put on airs, intending to teach Mo Li a lesson. However, Mo Li didn't back down, immediately fighting back, teaching her sister-in-law to be a lesson in how to behave. Seeing Yunjung, Emily intentionally let herself be hit. Unexpectedly, Yunjung ran to Ji Wei's side. Back home, Yunyu sadly looked at the flower by the window. Meanwhile, Yunjung drowned his sorrows in alcohol, watching the petals fall. Early in the morning, Shija took Emily out to the courtyard to take pictures. Yunjung came to choose jewelry for Ji Wei, accidentally seeing Yunyu happy with someone else. He was about to leave when Shija called him back to take pictures. Seeing Shija kiss Yunyu's cheek with his own eyes, Yunjung intentionally dropped the camera. Hearing Shija scold Yunjung, Emily asked Shija to get her a coat. She told Yunjung to limit their meetings from now on. Ji Wei had seen everything from afar, and she ordered someone to kidnap Emily. In the car, Emily heard the two kidnappers discussing that they wouldn't let her return alive. Seeing the car door wasn't locked, Emily quickly jumped out. At the Shun family, Shija heard the driver boast that he had just been knocked unconscious. Seeing Emily's scarf, Shija immediately ordered people to find her. Meanwhile, Wei Zhan reported that the car carrying Yunyu had gone to the bamboo forest. Because they were going too fast, the people Yunjung sent to protect Yunyu lost track of them. Meanwhile, Yunyu ran deep into the forest. Yunjung went looking for her and discovered the mark she left. Catching Yunyu, the kidnapper tried to molest her. Yunjung appeared in time. He quickly put his coat on Yunyu and then took her away. To protect Yunyu, Yunjung was hit by their bullets. Reaching the safety of a ravine, Yunjung couldn't control his emotions, and he passionately embraced and kissed Yunyu. Heating a knife, Yunyu took the bullet out of Yunjung's body herself. She reminded him to hurry back or his fiancée would worry. Yunjung affirmed that his relationship with Ji Wei was just a strategy, and he had never touched her. That night, he knew the person beside him was Yunyu. All the words he said were for Yunyu. She asked Yunjung, "You love me too, don't you?" Yunjung used a kiss to prove it. Outside, the rain poured down, but inside the ravine, they clung to each other, inseparable. Early in the morning, Yunyu gazed at the face of the most important man in her life. They wished time could stop at this moment. As soon as they left the mountain, Shija came to pick up Emily. Hearing her foot was injured, Shija immediately carried Emily back to the mansion. Yunjung dragged the kidnapper before Ji Wei. He shot him dead without hesitation. Yunjung warned that if Ji Wei harmed Yunyu again, the next person to die would be her. Master Shun had just returned to the mansion when he heard the news that his daughter had disappeared. The entire Shun family rushed into the forest to search. Emily pretended to find Ji Wei's hairpin. Following the trail, they found Ji Wei being buried alive. Hearing Ji Wei blame Emily, she just said that it was Emily who found her, so don't falsely accuse her. Yunjung came to find Yunyu. He thought she was too reckless to intentionally teach Ji Wei a lesson. Yunyu was jealous because she thought he was heartbroken for his fiancée. Yunjung quickly expressed his desire to be a mannequin for Yunyu to complete the unfinished body painting from when they were in the cave. Just then, Shija came to visit Emily. Shija held her hand to paint. He promised that after they got married, he would take her to a place filled with Emoli flowers, and they would grow old together. Emily made the excuse of needing to bathe and rest to get Shija to leave. Seeing Yunyu couldn't bear to take advantage of Shija, Yunjung reminded her that he lived on the money from Wenda's smuggling and selling out the country. His father was also the murderer who killed Yunyu's mother. Remembering the feud, Yunyu tore up the painting she had just painted with Shija. Yunjung expressed his desire to continue being a model for Yunyu to paint. Shija took Emily to choose food for the wedding. Unexpectedly, Yunjung was also there. Seeing Shija feed Emily cake and wipe her mouth, Yunjung was furious but could only vent his anger on the cake. Emily tried to pull Shija away, but he held her back to choose a dance for the wedding. Yunjung decided that no matter the reason, he wouldn't let her marry another man. He went to cancel the wedding with Ji Wei. Whatever the consequences, he would accept them. Seeing Yunjung wanting to take her away, Yunyu quickly stopped him. He said he regretted it. He only needed Yunyu to be by his side. Yunyu argued that the two siblings had tried so hard until now, so waiting a little longer, getting the ledger, would end the pain of so many years. During a family gathering, Ji Wei planned to release the intimate photos of Yunjung and Yunyu, but unexpectedly, Yunjung had secretly switched them to photos of himself and Ji Wei. He promised to prepare a grand wedding for her. Yunjung asked his father-in-law for permission to move his wedding date earlier, knowing he wanted to carry out the plan alone. Emily also expressed her desire to hold the wedding sooner to double the joy of the Shun family. Meeting Yunyu privately, Yunjung asked if this was the outcome she wanted. If someone had to be sacrificed to get the ledger, it should be him. Yunyu argued that the two siblings working together would make it easier to find evidence. And furthermore, suddenly changing plans will cause problems. But Yunjung couldn't watch her consummate her marriage with another man. Seeing Shizha, Yunjung quickly hid behind the door. He saw Shizha try to kiss Yunyu, but luckily she avoided it. Shizha apologized for being too eager before the wedding. Jiwei sat waiting for Yunjung in his study. She questioned why he changed his mind so quickly. Even though she didn't know his purpose, Jiwei still wished to marry Yunjung. Finally, the day of the wedding ceremony arrived. Yunjung entered Yunyu's room. He remembered when they were little, playing husband and wife. He would always put the bridal veil on Yunyu. Just then, Jiwei entered. She warned Yunyu to be content as Yunjing's sister-in-law. Otherwise, Yunyu wouldn't have a peaceful life in the Shin family. Shizha came to pick up Yunyu. The two couples walked down the aisle together. During the vows, Yunjung and Yunyu's eyes were only on each other. Not letting Yunyu make a vow with another, Yunjung decided to steal the bride. Seeing one to block him, Yunjung immediately drew his gun, swiftly taking down everyone at the wedding. Yunyu fearfully called for Shizha to wake up. Yunjung, with gun in hand, walked towards her. He declared that anyone who touched his woman would die. From now on, he wouldn't care about societal gossip. He only knew that fate had decreed he must be with Yunyu forever and ever, never to be separated. Not wanting him to go further astray, Yunyu drew a gun to threaten Yunjung. It turned out that it was all just Yunyu's fear, and in reality, Yunyu still agreed to the marriage. Both Yunyu and Yunjung ended up with other people. Wunda announced that the genealogy in the Shun family's ancestral hall was ready to inscribe the names of two new members. On their wedding night, Jiwei happily welcomed her husband into the room. They drank the nuptial wine together. Yunjung carried Jiwei to bed. It turned out that the nuptial wine had been laced with sleeping potion. Meanwhile, Shizha, drunk, entered the bridal chamber. Emoli offered Shizha the nuptial wine to drink. As soon as he finished, Shizha collapsed. Yunyu quietly went to meet Yunjung before their mother's grave. They silently prayed that tomorrow's plan would go smoothly. Arriving at the ancestral hall to pay respects to their ancestors, a fire suddenly broke out outside. Everyone panicked and ran to safety. Seeing Yunjung being pulled away by Jiwei, Yunyu quickly ran into the shrine room. While searching for the ledger, Yunyu discovered a secret drawer. Unexpectedly, it contained a photo of her mother and Wunda. Just then, Wunda caught Yunyu red-handed, asking what his relationship was with the woman in the picture. Wunda said she was his wife and the person he loved most. Yunyu didn't believe it because she was her mother. Wunda realized that Yunyu was his lost daughter. To prove it, he showed her the token of love between him and Yunyu's mother. Wunda recounted that he and Yunyu's mother fell in love at first sight. They secretly married despite their family's objections. Yunyu's mother became pregnant, just as Wunda had to go abroad for business. But abroad, his business encountered difficulties. From then on, Wunda lost contact with his wife. After returning to the country, he immediately went to look for Yunyu and her mother, but she had been poisoned by someone else and couldn't be saved. Because of the immense pain, Yunyu's mother took his gun and ended her own life. Yunyu was confused and couldn't yet believe Wunda. Returning to meet Yunjung, Yunyu revealed that Wunda claimed to be her biological father. He also said that her mother was poisoned by someone else and then committed suicide. Yunjung thought Wunda's words might not be true. Not finding the ledger, he wanted to take Yunyu away from the Shun family. But Yunyu wanted to stay to clarify the truth. Yunyu had just stepped out when she turned back to look for her sachet, just in time to see Yunjung holding a vial of poison. A few days later, Wunda invited everyone to the Shun family. He announced that he had found his lost daughter, named Shun Yunyu. Shizha was stunned, not understanding what was happening before his eyes. Yunjung secretly met with Yunyu. He was worried that she would be in danger if she did this. Yunyu thought that being Wunda's daughter would make it easier to investigate. She secretly wondered if Yunjung was the one who killed her mother. Seeing Jiwei didn't want to accept her as a sister, Wunda told his daughter not to be unreasonable. Jiwei wanted to quickly go to the ancestral hall to sign the marriage certificate with Yunjung. Wunda promised to think about it, on the condition that Jiwei stay quietly at home. Going to explain to Shizha, Yunyu could only apologize because she herself didn't expect things to turn out this way. Shizha didn't believe Yunyu was his sister. He thought she was just making an excuse to reject him. He revealed he had long suspected Yunyu's feelings for Yunjung, so he had secretly followed them and used Ji Wei to threaten Yunjung. Yunyu was furious that Shi Zhe was the mastermind pulling the strings, and she declared that from now on, she would only be Shi Zhe's sister. Yunyu sat and ate with Yunjung on the porch. She asked him about the poison that caused people extreme pain to the point of wanting to commit suicide. Yunjung reassured Yunyu, promising to find their mother's killer. Yunjung carried Yunyu to bed. Wei Zhan wondered if the young lady knew something. Yunjung told Wei Zhan to immediately destroy the vial of poison so that everything wouldn't be ruined. Yunyu secretly followed Wei Zhan and retrieved the vial from the trash can. Going to ask a doctor, Yunyu learned that this was an anti-inflammatory drug that had been smuggled in years ago. At that time, many people who used the drug became so mentally stimulated that they harmed others. If used in excessive doses, it could also cause death. Before her mother's grave, Yunyu was disappointed because life was full of lies. She didn't know if Wenda's words were true or false, and whether Yunjung had been deceiving her all these years. Although she hadn't yet clearly distinguished truth from falsehood, Yunyu was still determined to avenge those who had taken advantage of her and her mother. Yunjung held an umbrella and came before Yunyu. He gently embraced her. Seeing Yunyu's sorrow, Yunjung told her to leave the Shun family and return to the Crimson Flame Gang. But Yunyu wanted to stay to catch the enemy herself. Yunjung affirmed that he would make him pay and then officially be with Yunyu. Wanda moved Yunyu's belongings to a larger room. Yunyu decided to tell her father about her and Yunjung's lives over the years. Returning to the Crimson Flame Gang, Yunyu gave Yunjung a pleasant surprise. In a romantic setting, Yunjung invited her for a dance. Yunyu wanted Yunjung to give her 2 days. They would use 48 hours completely to be together. Standing on the top of a mountain overlooking Long City, Yunyu wished time could stop at this moment. She leaned her head on Yunjung's shoulder to rest. He silently wished there was no Wenda, no need for revenge. He didn't need glory or power. He just wanted to simply love her like a normal person. He promised to handle everything to make the wish come true. On the way back, Yunjung went to buy breakfast for Yunyu. Seeing she had disappeared, Yunjung went alone to the meeting point left by the kidnappers. Wenda pointed a gun at Yunyu to threaten Yunjung. He knew that Yunjung had robbed the Shun family shipment, and furthermore, Yunjung and his sister had colluded to deceive all the members of the Shun family. If Yunjung wanted to save Yunyu, he had to hand over the command token of the Crimson Flame Gang. Yunjung threw the token to Wenda and quickly untied Yunyu. Unexpectedly, she knocked Yunjung unconscious from behind. Waiting for Yunjung to wake up, Yunyu confronted him, saying he was the murderer who killed her mother. Yunjung reminded Yunyu that he was an orphan. To get ahead, he had no choice but to smuggle. Because Yunyu's mother discovered the smuggled drugs and was going to call the police to arrest Yunjung, he had to strike first. Coincidentally, Wanda appeared just in time, helping him nip it in the bud. Yunyu informed Wanda that he had seized all of the Crimson Flame Gang's territory. While Yunjung was here, all of the Crimson Flame Gang's shipping trade now belonged to the Shun family. Yunyu hated Yunjung for playing with her all these years. She hated herself for being foolish enough to follow the enemy's arrangements. Yunjung mocked Yunyu, saying that if it weren't for him, she would have been intimate with her own blood brother. Wanda saw everything clearly from afar. Bringing nourishing soup for Yunyu, Wanda thanked his daughter for helping him take over the Crimson Flame Gang's trade routes. However, he was still worried that the Crimson Flame Gang's people were loyal to Yunjung and might counterattack. Yunyu reassured her father, saying that she was very familiar with the Crimson Flame Gang, so overthrowing them wouldn't be difficult. To be sure, Yunyu planned to immediately attack Fu Yunjung. Just as she finished speaking, the butler reported that Yunjung had escaped. It turned out that Wei Zhan had led troops to break him out of jail. Yunyu returned to her room and unexpectedly met Yunjung. Wei Zhan pointed a gun to threaten her, taking her back to the Crimson Flame Gang. Yunjung wanted Yunyu to pay for her betrayal. He took a knife and carved words on Yunyu's shoulder, causing her great pain. Meanwhile, Wanda heard that Yunyu had been captured by Yunjung. The butler suggested that Wanda use the excuse of leaving the city to secretly observe their plans. After that, with just a little bit of scheming, he could make Yunyu believe everything and turn against Yunjung. Only then could Master Shin truly trust this daughter. Hearing Wei Zhan blame Yunyu, Yunjung guessed she was just acting in front of Wanda. Yunyu was using Yunzheng as a sacrifice to show her loyalty to Wanda. That way, she would get what she wanted. Seeing Wanda hadn't come to rescue her, Yunyu thought he didn't trust her yet. Just then, Yunzheng came to give Yunyu medicine. He found her helpless appearance ridiculous. When Yunzheng wasn't paying attention, Yunyu grabbed his gun, pointing it directly at him. Yunzheng admitted that he was the murderer who killed Yunyu's mother. Before her death, she told him to take care of Yunyu. Because he was afraid Yunzheng would harm her, to him, Yunyu was just a toy for him to play with. Yunyu was furious and was about to pull the trigger. Wei Zhan intervened in time. He revealed that the family was not the murderer of Yunyu's mother. Yunzheng intentionally let Yunyu misunderstand, and even insulted her to force Yunyu to attack him. Only then would Wanda completely trust her. Yunyu breathed a sigh of relief. She revealed that she hadn't believed Wanda's words in the first place. In the secret room that day, she had found a ledger recording the Shun family's smuggling transactions. Under the guise of Wanda's daughter, Yunyu investigated and found out that he would have a major business deal in 3 days. That was a good opportunity for her to overthrow him. Yunzheng believed that Wanda was deep and calculating. To make him trust her, Yunyu had to attack him. Yunzheng was willing to sacrifice himself to avenge their mother. Hearing Wanda had led people to surround the Crimson Flame gang, Yunzheng forced Yunyu to attack him. He pointed a gun at Yunyu to threaten Wanda. He pushed Yunyu away to escape, but in the end, Yunzheng was still captured. Wanda wanted his daughter to personally send Yunzheng to the afterlife. Yunyu coldly shot straight at the heart of the man she loved most. Happy memories flashed before Yunzheng's eyes. Wanda ordered his people to bury the family. Back at the Shun family, Ji Wei demanded that Yunyu return Yunzheng to her. Yunyu was heartbroken and fainted. Wanda sat beside her, watching over his daughter. Waiting for Yunyu to wake up, he thanked her for bidding farewell to Yunzheng for him. Yunyu said it was what she should do. Currently, she wanted to learn more about business to solidify her position in the Shun family. Wanda promised to take Yunyu to deliver an important shipment. It turned out that Wanda's longtime business partner was a Japanese man named Kudo. When Kudo was caught, Yunyu drew her gun and pointed it directly at Master Shun. Yunzheng appeared, to Wanda's surprise. At that time, Yunzheng had worn a bulletproof vest and a bag of dye in front of his chest to simulate blood. Regarding the truth of that year, Yunzheng stole anti-inflammatory medicine from Wanda for his mother. Unexpectedly, he chased him all the way home. Wanda recognized his former lover and knocked Yunzheng unconscious. Hating her for leaving him, he injected the drug into Yunyu's mother. Because she resisted, Wanda shot Yunyu's mother dead. Wanda used the butler as a human shield, but Yunyu quickly captured him. Wanda reminded his daughter not to harm her biological father. Yunyu had investigated and found out that Wanda had raped her mother, causing her mother to be disgraced as an unwed mother. Hearing Wanda insult Yunyu like an animal, Yunzheng took her place and fired the gun, sending him off. However, Yunzheng had previously been shot. The doctor told Yunzheng to rest in bed for a month. Yunyu admitted her fault in causing the Crimson Flame gang to suffer heavy losses. According to the gang's rules, she asked Wei Zhan to tie her to the platform to repent and set an example for the whole gang. After 3 days, Yunzheng finally woke up. Wei Zhan reported that they still hadn't caught the Japanese man Kudo, and Yunyu had gone to the Shun family to reclaim territory for the Crimson Flame gang. She promised to return in 2 days. The next day, the Crimson Flame gang's people reported that they had taken back all the trade routes from the Shun family. He blurted out that the young lady had been tied to the repentance platform for several days and might not be able to endure it. Yunzheng quickly went to untie Yunyu. She asked him to let her endure the punishment for the remaining half-day. Yunzheng ordered Wei Zhan to take Yunyu down, and he would endure the rest of the punishment. At the same time, Yunzheng announced that Yunyu would henceforth be the madam of the Crimson Flame gang. Yunzheng endured the beating to quickly end the punishment. Meanwhile, she drowned his sorrows in alcohol. The Japanese man Kudo secretly came to meet Shizhe. He wanted to cooperate with Shizhe to regain the goods that Yunzheng had stolen. Yunyu and Yunzheng went to pay their respects to their mother. They asked their mother for permission for the two of them to be together. Yunzheng apologized to their mother for not keeping his promise to always be Yunyu's brother. But he promised that as long as he had breath, he would protect Yunyu completely. Snow unexpectedly began to fall. Yunyu considered it a gift from her mother. Perhaps in heaven, her mother was silently blessing them. Gazing at Yunyu, Yunzheng vowed to be with her until their hair turned white. Meanwhile, Jiwei was being bullied by a group of men on the street. Yunzhang's car passing by scared them away. The person who told Yunzhang to stop the car to threaten them was Yunyu. Yunzhang revealed that the Shun family's shipment of weapons had returned to the Crimson Flame gang. He would hand it over to the guerrillas. Back home, Yunyu asked Yunzhang to go to the art exhibition that was about to be held in Long City. Yunzhang immediately agreed, on the condition that Yunyu have a baby with him. If she didn't like children, she still had to be with him forever and ever. Early in the morning, Yunyu received a strange letter. It turned out that Shizhe was about to leave Long City and asked her to meet him at the pier. Meeting Yunyu, Shizhe thanked her for still coming to see him off. Then, he suddenly pulled out a gun and threatened Yunyu. Meanwhile, Yunzhang searched Kudo's house but couldn't find him. Hearing that Yunyu was missing, he panicked and went looking for her. Wei Zhan had found the car Shizhe used to transport Yunyu. However, Shizhe hired someone to drive it to lure Yunzhang. Meanwhile, Kudo led his men to the Crimson Flame gang to retrieve the weapons. It turned out that Shizhe was using a diversion tactic so that Kudo could attack the Crimson Flame gang. Seeing Yunyu's bracelet on the way back to the gang, Yunzhang knew he had fallen for Shizu's trap. Yunyu regretted having even the slightest bit of affection for Shizhe, not expecting him to collude with the Japanese, betraying his trust and his country for glory. Shizhe was furious and forced himself on Yunyu. Just then, Kudo came knocking. Shizhe knew Yunzhang had arrived, used Yunyu to threaten him, and forced Yunzhang to hand over the weapons. Yunzhang told Wei Zhan to immediately bring the goods. But it wasn't enough. Shizhe wanted Yunzhang to show some sincerity. Yunzhang didn't hesitate to smash a wine bottle on his own head. Kudo didn't think it was enough and ordered his subordinates to beat Yunzhang. Seeing the flares, Yunzhang reminded Kudo to hurry and get the weapons. Facing Yunzhang, Shizhe wanted him to pay for what he had done. Unexpectedly, Jiwei, wearing a wedding dress, ran over and took a bullet for Yunzhang. Shizhe asked his sister why she would take a bullet for the man who had ruined their family. Jiwei confessed that from the first time Yunzhang saved her, she had vowed to only marry him in this life. Only in this way could he pay attention to her and not forget her existence. Thinking of the image of Yunzhang appearing in her life, Jiwei closed her eyes and passed away. Shizhe furiously fired at Yunzhang, but he was out of bullets. He had strapped bombs around his body, determined to die with Yunzhang. At the warehouse, the Crimson Flame gang had set an ambush, forcing the Japanese army into the enclosed building, eliminating all the soldiers. Wei Zhan personally finished off the Japanese man. Kudo pulled Yunyu and ran to the warehouse. Yunzhang told Wei Zhan to escape with him. Shizhe madly ran towards the warehouse. He blamed Yunyu for colluding with Yunzhang to destroy his family and home. Knowing Shizhe hated her, Yunyu decided to go out and attract his attention. Seeing Yunyu's shadow, Shizhe lit the fuse. Yunzhang saw this and hugged Shizhe tightly. He told Wei Zhan to take Yunyu and run. Yunyu screamed Yunzhang's name in agony. Sometime later, Yunyu took over the leadership of the Crimson Flame gang. Her goal was to catch all the weapons smugglers in Long City. Hearing Wei Zhan say that tonight was the winter solstice, Yunyu asked if there was any news of Yunzhang. Wei Zhan suggested that since the family had been gone for a long time, perhaps Yunyu shouldn't wait any longer. Yunyu insisted that as long as his body hadn't been found, she would still wait for Yunzhang to return. Walking in the snow, Yunyu remembered the happy moments with Yunzhang. Yunyu silently scolded Yunzhang for not hurrying back, or she wouldn't wait any longer. Kicking a snowball, Yunyu unexpectedly saw a familiar figure. The face she longed for suddenly appeared in the snow. Yunyu hugged Yunzhang tightly. They had experienced gratitude, attraction, resentment, and pain, and finally, they could be together forever. This is where the story ends. Don't forget to like and subscribe to not miss out on more amazing videos. For now, goodbye and until next time.